Hello and welcome to whatever episode of the Council of Goatmen this is. I literally don't remember. I think it's like
Yeah.
56. I might be wrong. I don't know. Fuck it. Who
Yeah, who
cares?
knows anymore?
Um, so before we get into today's main thing, I have a couple things I wanted to talk about. But before we get into that, how are you guys? How you doing?
I'm pretty
I'm
good.
good.
Um,
Yeah, not gonna elaborate
so,
further. I'm pretty good.
so let's see. I have a lot of jokes written down here that I've been fucking saving up because I've just been writing constantly. Like whenever I like hang out with friends, I'm like, shit, that's so good. We should be recording. That's the problem with doing a podcast is every time you make a joke, you're like, shit, that's good. I gotta write that down. Then you gotta make sure you do it into recording, but it doesn't come across as naturally, which kind of sucks. But I mean, it is what it is. Um,
I mean, that makes
so
sense.
yeah. So anyway, Gavin, I've heard about the allegations with Toy Chica. What's up with that?
Ooh,
Go.
you,
um,
don't ask. It's better for you not to know.
um, so, shit. I had a good joke, but then I realized that Ben's not here because Ben was supposed to be in this episode, but he told me he was out of work at 3, and then it's fucking 5 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, you ready for the episode? He's like, I'm still at work. I'm like, you said you were out at 3. What the fuck are you doing? Sucking
Oh,
dick in the back of an alley? Damn.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
how is he still at work? I mean, he must have gotten like told like you got to do this before you go home or some shit like that.
And and you know what? I'm sick of it. Okay, I'm sick of it. Why is it called a food pyramid and not a food triangle? That implies there are more sides. What are they hiding from us? You know, it's like the government and I just don't understand
yeah. What's the
what's going on.
food
Speaking of
keystone
pyramids,
too?
we're
Is it
gonna
like
start a
all
pyramid
5
scheme.
groups combined?
The food can be food groups can be categorized in the food shape, the health shape. Um,
Hmm.
um, Man, I really wanted Ben to be here, but that's all right.
What
Ben,
would
if you're
shape
Ben,
be?
if you're watching, I'm gonna watch this episode. I'm gonna send this episode to you. Um, I'm very disappointed in you. How
Hold
dare
on.
you?
What would the health shape be?
The health
Hexagon.
shape. Uh, it's shaped like
Testicles?
Neil deGrasse Tyson's torso.
I see.
Oddly specific, but I like it.
I mean, I'm not objecting to it.
Yeah.
It's like the most specific thing like you could think of. Like it's shaped like a chair that's in Leo DiCaprio's house.
Yeah.
Mm. It's shaped
Overly
like a
specific
chair
is the best kind
that
of
Nikocado
specific.
Avocado sat in.
Indeed. Technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Of
I'm
course.
sorry. I thought you was corn. Um,
What?
I'm
it's
I'm
from
I
not
can tell you're making. I can tell you're making. Don't hug me, I'm scared references, but I have
no,
no
no,
idea
no.
what
It's
they
future.
mean.
It's Futurama. There's the bird lawyer, and he like pecks. I don't remember who it was, but he like pecks at someone and he goes, "I'm sorry, I thought you was corn."
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I haven't
ah
watched like every single episode, but I've
I
watched enough
I've been
Futurama to
watching it.
know Futurama well.
Yeah, I've been
I
watching it
watched
recently
that
because I've been
singular
trying.
episode because it was on cable when
I
I was
hadn't
in
watched
when I
it in like a while because I've been just like on a YouTube binge, so I've been trying to like get back into watching like I don't want to say actual shows because there are actual shows on YouTube, but uh like
No, there
But like
isn't.
television shows.
right. So, and Futurama is one that I've been meaning to finish forever. So I'm on season 8 now, especially with the new season coming out. Um,
It came out already.
oh, is it? Damn.
Yeah, the new
I
season's been out for like a while.
oh really? Oh damn. Okay.
I don't know if they finished it,
Well
but I
that
watched a
well
few
that tells you
episodes of it like a while
how
back.
behind I am. That tells you exactly how behind I am then.
Uh,
Because I only see 10 seasons on Hulu. Was the 10th season the new one or was that
Yes, 10th season is the new one.
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
I've been seeing. I thought it ended at 10 seasons and they were renewing it for an 11th. Okay, yeah, I've
No.
seen 10 on there for like a while. I didn't realize that was the new one.
Uh,
Speaking of YouTube, I was watching shit one day. I was just scrolling through shorts and I saw like heists with Markiplier and I was like, you know what? That'd be fun to do. So I started doing it on my computer and then I'm like, I'm gonna make
Yeah.
it to the end and I'm gonna get all the secret codes. And I sat here for 3 hours writing it down in my notebook, every single code and every single ending. Once I got it all, I went to the website, put in the code, and then I realized that the behind the scenes was released w- like 3 years ago, or like a week or two after the Heights of Markiplier, and I was like, well, that was for nothing, but I'm still proud of myself. So I got that little flex.
I
uh, and
remember I remember when I first like did In Space with Markiplier and like I like just like it's such a rabbit hole, man. There's so many like different options and like I had to like make a map and everything and like figure out what's going on. And then like I got to a like and then I was like, wait, there's a part two. So I got to part two and I'm
Oh,
going through it. And then like after I had made the map for the first one, I'm like, shit, there's a fucking part two. God damn it. So I get to like I get down this rabbit hole and there's so many choices and I'm like, okay, gotta go back to this video later. I gotta go back to this video later. And like finally I just was like, all right, I'm gonna save this video on my watch later and I'll get back to it. Then I'm done for now. I fucking kept saving watch laters to my playlist and like now it's like buried under like 300 videos by now.
rip.
So
that
probably
makes
gonna
sense.
be a while before I get back to it, back to my place.
I've
If not, like I just want like time to pause for like a fucking year so I can just get through all my YouTube videos before my YouTubers release like 50 new videos and I'm like, well, I gotta watch all of these now and then fucking my watch laters are like and they're like burning alive. They're like they're decaying. So I haven't they're like 50 years old now and I haven't watched them yet. I'm gonna be 90 and I'm still trying to get through my 600 videos in my watch later playlist.
That's
This is what
super
YouTube,
fair. I don't even know how many. I don't even know how many videos I have in my watch later.
this
It's
is what
actually
YouTube
nuts.
does to you, man. I've talked to people and I'm like, yeah, I got like 600. They're like, oh yeah, I have like 2,000 in my watch later. And I'm like, what?
Here,
What is wrong with
let's
you?
let's compare watch later. I have 298 in my watch later.
Damn, that's so good. Oh man, I'm jealous. I have 674.
Christ.
Yeah, I was trying to get it down to like I'm like okay, I like there was a point where I was like okay, I got it down to like 570 something. I was like because I was in the 600s. I'm like I don't want to be in the 600s. I need to get this down. And then yeah, and now I'm at 674 and before you know it, I'm going to be at 700 and then I'm going to be trying to get it back down to 600 and then I'm just going
Hmm.
to be stuck.
So it's just a rabbit hole, I see.
Pretty
Bro,
much.
that's me except with music. I have like 2,000 plus songs that are in playlists of my I want to listen to this.
I wish Spotify had
Oh,
a I wish Spotify had like a listen later like playlist that you could automatically put your songs into because I hate that I'll like be like okay I want to listen to this song later but then my only option is to like do make a whole playlist for this or do I just save it to my extra songs or whatever or and then like it's like forget about it for like 2 years and then be like oh yeah I was supposed to listen to that and
I have
then
like a dedicated playlist for listen to this later.
uh I just don't have enough songs that I do that with, but it'd be nice to just have like that dedicated playlist. I
Bro,
don't
I
know.
have I have
Could just
so
make
many songs. You have no idea. I listen to music for like at least 2 hours each day, and I still have that playlist and it's huge.
wow.
hey, keep up the grind.
Yeah, gotta keep with the grind.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
All right. So I guess we should get into what our main topic is. Um, so this is all Gavin's idea. I take no credit for this.
You throw me under the bus like that.
This is the tragedy tier list episode. Um,
Oh boy.
so I don't think I guarantee you I didn't get them all because I mean I'm not a fucking psychopath. I tried my absolute best to get the most famous ones, and some obscure ones are in there too. But I wrote down, I don't even know how many tragedies do we have in here. I guarantee you we could find
You tell
more,
us.
but I have 23 here for us to rank. Um,
Ooh, ugly number.
that's my birthday number.
Ugly number.
Damn.
Damn, bro. All right. So,
Just one more and it would be a good number, though.
oh, I see.
24 is a good number.
All right. All right. So, I only have these in a list because I think this is too dark of an idea for me to find on tier list maker. So I kind of just gotta like do this on my own. So let me
Good
make like
luck.
a little list.
Wish you good
What?
luck. No,
Okay.
no.
We got S tier, we got A tier, we got B tier, we got C tier. Should we bother with D tier and E tier, or should we just do like F tier? Or I can do D tier and F tier.
I think we
Just
should.
F tier.
I think we should go D to F. I don't think we should bother with E.
Okay. So, um, let's start. Okay.
Yay.
First up, we have a classic, Sinking of the Titanic. What do you think?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'd go like B, maybe A tier. I don't know. I'm not too fond of big ships.
Yeah, I think I'll go
I think
B
a
as
lot of
well.
people would probably be disappointed. I think a lot of people would put that in S tier. That's a classic tragedy.
But
You
are
know,
you a lot of people?
I am actually. I'm
I could think of a
500
couple more
people. I
classic
don't
tragedies.
know if I told you guys, but I'm actually 500 people.
Or your
500 Minecraft
300
bees in a trench
cockroaches
coat?
stuffed in a human skin
I
suit.
you see, I have 500 alternate accounts, meaning I'm 500 people. So, whenever someone
Interesting.
disagrees with me on the internet, I log into all 500 of my accounts and I just like totally destroy them.
Bruh, how would
You
you
know,
memorize that many passwords?
I
That's
don't
crazy.
know. I don't know. Google. Um. All
Ah,
right.
I don't even think Google can do that.
I am going to be generous. I'm gonna put it an A tier because I don't think it deserves B tier.
Our opinion doesn't matter.
You can't do that. You can't do that to the Titanic. It's a
I'm
classic.
okay with A tier.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess.
here's Gavin's favorite, the 9/11 attacks. Um,
I think,
as a
based on
comedy,
iconicness, I think
based
I'm
on
just
comedy material, based on comedic purposes only.
how comedic.
S tier,
Wow.
S tier, S
Oh
tier.
yeah,
Oh,
easy.
absolutely. If we're going
I don't.
based on how comedic how many jokes you can make based off of it, absolutely S tier.
Oh, easy.
Okay. Um, let's mix it up a little. How about Deepwater Horizon oil spill?
No
Ooh,
idea what
that's
that
a pretty
is.
obscure one.
Okay. Let's do some research then, shall we?
No,
Deepwater Horizon oil spill. Um, Deepwater Horizon oil spill. It was the largest marine oil spill in history. Um, let's see. How many gallons? How many? Oh yeah, how much oil? There we go. 3.19 million barrels, which is the equivalent of 134 million gallons of oil was
oh
spilled
damn.
into the ocean.
I feel like
Uh,
that's a solid C tier because it's too like real and like threatening.
Yeah,
mhm. I am going
Because
to
like oil
say,
spills are still happening at an alarming rate, and I feel
yeah,
like that sort of takes part of the comedy away.
I think because the people who did it are complete assholes, they should get an F tier because fuck them.
Sure.
Oh, I'm fine putting it in F tier.
All right, cool. So Deepwater is in F tier. Next up, the Jägermeister Air Show.
Was this pretty recently when like a bomber and a fighter crashed into each other in Texas?
It was in 1988.
Where was it? Possibly.
Okay. The Reimstein Air Show disaster occurred on Sunday, 28th August 1988, during the Flugtag 88 Air Show at USAF Reimstein Air Base near Kaiserslautern, west of Germany. 3 aircraft of the Italian Air Force display team collided during their display, crashing to the ground in front of a crowd of about 300,000 people.
And
So
it
where do
killed
we rank? So
70
where do we
people.
rank that? So
That's
I think only the pilots died. So, but
No,
if
70 other people died, or 67
oh,
other
what?
people died.
How many people died? Oh, 70 people. Damn. Okay, wow, you're right. Wow, shit. I thought it was only the pilots. Okay, wow, that's worse than I thought. Okay, where are we ranking that? Because honestly,
I think
planes crashing is pretty cool.
I'd say like it's a C or B tier. Not as
what I was gonna
comedic as like 9/11, but definitely some opportunity there.
it's definitely more comedic
Yeah,
than the
I
oil
mean,
spills.
Futurama made a Jägermeister air show joke, which is the only reason I wrote it down was because of Futurama. That's the only reason.
Uh,
So clearly there's some comedic opportunity. So I'm gonna go with a solid B tier.
uh,
Okay, there's one that I just thought of that I don't think I added, but it might be pretty good to add. What was the plane crash where um fucking hold on, I can't think of his name. Uh Richie Valens. Richie Valens. That guy died in a plane crash. What was that plane crash? Like the song that American Pie's about.
No clue.
Richie
What
Valens.
killed? Yeah, that.
No idea.
Okay, I guess the tragedy they're just calling it the day the music died after American
Yeah, the day
Pie.
the music died.
Yeah. Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, J.P.
And
Richardson.
J.P.
We're all
Richardson.
yeah, we're all killed in a plane crash near Cedar Lake, Iowa. So, um, what I
Hmm.
think I that was on February 3rd, 1959. What do you think? The day the music died. What do you think?
For comedic
Uh,
purposes, for people who know of it, I think I put it in a solid D. Maybe C.
Um,
I'd say higher. I'd say like B, maybe
yeah, I was
A.
gonna say I'd say higher because I think it was like in terms of it meant a lot to the music world. It shook the music world a lot.
Really.
I think it's pretty important. I'm gonna
Also,
go. I
they called
don't
it the
think
day
it's
the
not.
music
I
died.
don't. I'm not. I'm not putting in. I'm not putting it any higher than B tier because I think that saying it's any more important than the Titanic is kind of disrespectful. Uh, so I'm gonna go
Fuck
with
you, Titanic.
with a solid B tier.
Okay. I. Mm, Never mind. Never mind. I'll talk about it
Okay.
later.
Yeah, you got something to say, Gavin? Huh? Yeah, keep your mouth shut. I'm just kidding. Okay. Uh, here's one for you Americans. The attacks on Pearl Harbor.
Eh.
Hmm.
Damn, Jules. What's your problem with Pearl Harbor?
Well,
That's
it
pretty comedically hilarious.
it I mean, granted, it is good comedy, but I
Exactly.
feel like it sort of I don't know how to explain it, but like
Yeah.
It feels just weird because it's such an oddly specific event that the United States overreacted to. Sort of.
I mean,
They did.
it was a pretty important event in World War II.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we
wanna
wiped out two
you wanna
major
fly into your
cities in
planes for
return
what?
for a single airbase.
You wanna bomb our airbase in Hawaii? Okay. Goodbye, Hiroshima,
Don't worry.
Nagasaki.
Well, don't
Take
worry,
that.
because don't worry, we're getting to that one. I'm
I
gonna
feel like I
go
feel like the
with
government
I.
I feel like the
It's not. We okay. We're biased because we're American, so we
yeah.
definitely think it's a bigger deal than pretty much everyone else does. So I'm gonna be fair. If we had Ben here, it would be fair because he's Taiwanese, so he'd give us a fair judgment.
He'd probably side against us. I mean,
Um, I'm gonna put it in D tier because it's definitely not
oh,
F tier.
come on.
It's not
I
F
think
tier,
it's okay, it's not
but
S tier, that's fair. I think we could put it in B tier.
it's not super. It it's important to us as Americans. It's important to part of
I know, but it's super can be
and
super
to summing up
hilarious.
World War II. But I don't know. It just doesn't. Um, I mean, I find Pearl Harbor like super interesting because I like there's like the movie about it. There's like I love reading books about it. Like I love reading books about that stuff. Like and the stories about it, like people's stories about how they escaped and stuff, or like even how they didn't escape. Like it's just super
Yeah.
interesting to me.
I think after Pearl
But
Harbor, the government
I'm gonna
officials
be fair. I'm gonna put it in D tier. This episode's gonna make so many people pissed. I'm gonna get so many angry comments. We're about to be fucking crucified. Oh my god.
honestly, after Pearl Harbor, I think some government officials were like, "You know what would be really funny?"
You know what's even funnier than attacks on air bases? Bombing an entire innocent city. Which
You know
brings
how we
us
got
to
Oppenheimer in the desert, guys?
which obviously brings us to Hiroshima. So what do you guys think?
I giggled.
I
I don't
giggled.
know. I'm gonna abstain from comment because I feel like I'd be really biased because of Christoph Penderecki's piece on it. That makes you feel every single emotion, every negative emotion known to man.
Hmm.
I feel like I would not have a fair perspective on this.
Yeah. Okay. So thinking. So one. I think first of all, comedic potential, fucking phenomenal. Like, if S tier alone, just on based on that. But
Oh yeah.
second, the history is super interesting, and the fact that it's part of World War II also makes it super interesting, and that's what
Mhm.
ended World War II. So I think that part was also like super interesting. Third of all, it makes America look like assholes, which I'm all about because fuck America, fuck you guys.
You know what
America
a
sucks.
conspiracy theory
Um,
I have is? Or
but
just
hold
a
on,
little
but let
theory
me
I have.
finish my thought. Let me finish my thought.
Okay. Of
But
course, of course.
four, and I think this we can all agree earns an S tier. It created the idea of Godzilla. I mean, case
Yeah,
closed.
fair,
Yeah. Yeah.
fair.
I
So
think it should be top of S tier.
I'm putting it in S tier. Okay, sorry, Gavin. Go. What was your thought? Also, I for some reason didn't add Hiroshima onto my list, so I had to add it post. So and then I'm adding Nagasaki also. So we now have 26 that we are ranking.
Okay. So,
Anyway, go.
my little conspiracy is even if we didn't drop the bombs, the Allies still would have won World War II. I mean,
Oh
Japan would
yeah.
have been a different story, but like Europe wouldn't have really changed.
No, Japan was debating surrender when we dropped the bombs, and they
Yeah.
likely would have surrendered.
Hitler might have been a little more confident, but like, who knows? It probably wouldn't have changed. The Soviets stormed Berlin anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's do Nagasaki real quick. I don't think that that was as important as Hiroshima. Uh,
Yeah.
and also, um, I don't know. I think that in terms of comedy material, the only joke potential it has is along with Hiroshima. It's like a package deal. You have to make a second bombing joke, you know.
Counterpoint. There was a man
yeah.
who survived both, and that's quite comedic to me.
Mhm.
Okay.
Or you also gotta say Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
I'm going to be generous. I'm going to put it in a solid C tier because we don't have a C tier one yet. I think Nagasaki is C tier. So let's do a little bit of that. And I guess while we're on World War II, let's go the Holocaust.
Gulp.
Gulp. Yeah, I know, Gavin. This one you're worried about.
My roots are coming out.
Hey, I mean, if you don't put this in S tier, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's got
This
such
isn't even debate.
it's got such comedic
I
potential.
have
We've
never.
used it
I
too
don't
many times.
listen. I don't think I have made more jokes about anything in this world than that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
except for probably like Christianity. Like those are like my top two that I make jokes about.
You know what you can make a really fun joke about? And this might get me like crucified in the comments, but
Yeah.
arguably, if the Roman Catholic Church didn't exist, the Holocaust and Hitler wouldn't have made it nearly as far.
Yep. That's absolutely true.
Because they were the
thanks,
ones that basically said, like,
so-
yeah, just let
so
him
this
do his
This
thing.
episode is dedicated to
Wow.
Catholics. Thanks for starting the Holocaust. Bing! Thumbs up. All right,
Yeah,
let's do it.
the Roman Catholic Church
another.
has been just shitty throughout all of history.
What
All right,
church
let's
hasn't
rip,
been?
let's rip on America. The American Civil War.
That's a really good one. That's got pretty good.
Solid D tier, but not much better in my opinion.
I think
Okay.
I'll put it like mid B tier.
I was thinking C tier because I think that while it is only important to America, it also is important for other countries because, it was the first time. I mean, okay, not the first time, but it was a significant event in starting the end of slavery.
Yeah, we gave
And
them
not
rights.
that slavery is over, by the way. There's still some countries, but
Oh yeah.
a lot of countries were like, "Oh shit," you know. So
Yeah.
I think that was important. So I'm gonna go with C
Yeah.
tier.
C tier sounds like a good 3/5 compromise.
I would have put it in F because
Because Gavin wants slavery. Yeah.
yeah, we
Um,
shouldn't have abolished it.
All right. So how about the Black Death? What do you think?
S
That's
tier. There are so
S
many
tier?
funny medieval paintings
Okay.
about it.
I
Okay.
don't know about S tier. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't
I
really.
think.
America wasn't even discovered yet.
Yeah, but it
think.
killed 1/3 of the population it affected.
Oh shit, it
Mhm.
did. I forgot that. It
That's
did.
like a 33% lethality rate. You gotta give
Okay,
credit where credit's due.
Personally, I
Oh,
was
you're
going with.
super right about that.
Personally, I was going with B tier. Personally, I was going with B tier.
I was
Can we
going
raise
around
it to
B
A
to A tier
tier?
too. Yeah, A tier is
A
like right
tier.
in the middle.
A tier. Okay, I think that works. All right. This one I'm biased against, so I'm gonna let you guys kind of decide this one.
All right.
The sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Okay, because as someone from Michigan, and also I just like everyone loves to talk about the fucking Titanic and ooh, it's all this and that, and I'm like, but there's like barely anything on the Edmund Fitzgerald, and I find that way more fascinating because we still don't really understand what happened, and I think that's way more mysterious and fascinating.
I feel like mysterious shipwrecks deserve at least a B tier.
Yeah.
Okay. So B tier for Edmund Fitzgerald.
Sure.
Plus, I mean,
Oh,
there's the Gordon Lightfoot song about it that I also really like. Super fucking long though, but all right. So here's one that really hits deep, and I know you guys are gonna cry when I say this one, but we just gotta bear through it. Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet.
it's
I mean,
horrifying.
I'm still traumatized to this day. I just
I have PTSD. No, stop.
why did they ruin his character?
Yeah,
They ruined his character growth from the first movie.
yeah.
Okay, so F tier.
Yeah, F tier.
I haven't watched like any Disney movies in probably a solid 6 years, so I have no idea.
Never. Watch Wreck-It Ralph.
I'm really
Watch
educated.
Wreck-It Ralph. Watch Wreck-It Ralph. Never watch the fucking second one. It will fucking ruin the first one for you.
Yeah, it's so ass. I'm not even gonna
It's
lie.
like I usually don't let sequels like ruin it for me. Like I was like Toy Story 4, and I was like, okay, you know what? Toy Story 4 doesn't exist. It's whatever. It doesn't matter.
Toy Story 4 was alright, but it kind of ruined it.
Oh, I fucking hated it. And then Hotel Transylvania 3. I'm just like, nope. It's only the first two movies. Oh,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and Hotel Transylvania 4 actually, because they made
The
that
fact that they
fucking
had the
shit
balls to
pile.
put that out, and
Yeah.
Adam Sandler wouldn't even do it.
Dog shit. So I'm like, okay, there's two Hotel Transylvania movies, and the others don't matter. And then you have the Star Wars fucking third trilogy, and you're just like, that,
Oh, yeah,
doesn't
those
exist.
don't
Doesn't
exist.
matter. But Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet will just fucking ruin the first one for you. And that was my favorite animated movie ever. And now it's like, it just pisses me off because I can't help but think of how they fucking ruined it with the second one. That's how bad it is.
I can tell you, Jules, I am really well educated on my Disney movies. I've seen I won't say everyone, but very close. And that is one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's listen. This I fucking hate the Emoji Movie, and I think that might be better than Wreck-It Ralph too.
Yeah, it has a bit. Yeah, I think it has a bit of a better plot. They didn't execute it correctly, but the Emoji Movie had an okay plot.
Yeah.
Better than
Okay.
Break the
But
Internet.
Emoji Movie also has it's almost sickening to say this, but it had the advantage of that it's an original movie and not a sequel. But
Yeah.
bro.
all right, let's get back instead of Disney movies. Okay,
Of course.
the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens.
Ooh, I haven't read much on that. I know it exists and I know what happened.
Mhm.
Oh, it doesn't have much comedic
Cool volcano is cool.
ability.
Maybe C tier.
I think I'll put it in
D tier.
D.
I'm gonna put it in D.
Yeah, it doesn't have much comedic capability, and
Yeah.
everybody's just kind of forgotten about it.
Okay, but here's a better one: the eruption of Mount Vesuvius or Pompeii.
Pompeii. Ooh,
Uh,
that
uh,
that's got some all right comedic capability.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
think
go
that
B tier. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
go
B
C.
tier because we have evidence of people hugging their gay lovers as Pompeii burned them.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'll
thus we
go
have
B.
one of the earliest
I mean,
records of people being
they
gay.
could just be bald. They could just look like men because they're bald and all their hair got up. You know?
No, I choose to believe they're gay.
Okay. But
Yeah,
did
yeah,
you?
Zyle, screw you.
But was their penis still there, or was it like was it hardened and rock, or was it like gone? You don't know.
I have no idea.
Okay. There was the whole thing about like remember when like it was like everyone thought that some guy at Pompeii died while masturbating because his arm like rigor mortis set in and his like arm stiffened to like a certain position and it looked like he was jacking it before he died. And then like scientists had to come in. Scientists had to come in and be like, no, that's not what's happening."
Okay, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. I don't
Yeah.
blame them.
No, me neither. Here, I'll go out swinging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh my god, we're cooked.
Like the people at Pompeii.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as we
The
all try to get a job, this
All
video is
right,
gonna resurface
this
like
one, I feel like Jules is gonna know way too much about the Great Molasses Flood.
Oh, S tier, absolutely.
I was going with A tier. I'm going with A
uh
tier. Gavin, do you know what this is?
ooh, I There's Wikipedia. We don't trust.
So basically, I'll be your Wikipedia. Don't look it up. So there's this distillery company that's had a long record of doing really shady shit. And they decide to get a bunch of molasses because molasses can be distilled into alcohol and create very few waste products. And they make a big vat of it in downtown Boston. And then they're like, the safety guy is saying that it's going to explode. So let's just fire the safety guy. And lo and behold, it explodes and kills a bunch of people.
Yep. That was a pretty good summary.
The
Yeah.
answer to every corporate company's problems: fire the guy that's trying to help you, or trying to help the people.
Yeah, so I don't think it's up there with like 9/11, but it's pretty funny. So and like good like karma. So I would say I would say it's an A tier. I would say it's an A tier. Because it's definitely interesting. It's different than the other ones, and that most are like natural disasters and like shit, but like this one's just like some people were fucking retarded and decided.
But
fucking
the absolute irony of molasses moving fast enough to cause a flood is what does it for me.
That's also true. All right.
There is the saying, "Slow as molasses."
All right. The Jonestown Massacre. You guys, do you know this one?
Yes.
Do you know the okay, Gavin? Do you know the phrase "Don't drink the Kool-Aid"?
No.
Okay.
So basically, there was this cult leader in like the 80s, I think, and he brought his entire cult to a compound called Jonestown, and then had them drink poison Kool-Aid, and every single one of them died.
How good.
So,
I thought you were leading up to the guy that convinced everybody, like, if you kill yourselves, you're blah blah blah, and everybody killed themselves, and it was like 50 people. You know what I'm talking about? Of course you don't.
Let's see.
Of course you
A
don't.
total of 918 people died.
Holy shit!
From Kool-Aid? That's crazy.
Yeah, from poison Kool-Aid. And the cult is called People's Temple.
So
that's crazy.
I'm thinking like a C. I'm thinking like a C tier.
Yeah, it's interesting when you're into like the psychology of cults, but beyond that, not much comedy.
It's not really much. No. All right. I'm trying my best because we don't have a lot of time left in the episode, so I'm trying to stray away from like hurricanes and stuff. Cause I'm trying to bring up more ones that are like interesting to talk about. The Hindenburg disaster.
Good to reference, but not much comedy value.
I think it has a pretty good amount of comedy value.
I would say like probably another C tier. I'm thinking another C tier because I don't think it deserves D tier, but I don't think it deserves much higher than that.
Yeah.
All right, here's one. How about COVID-19? What do you think? Fucking. How about this? How about F tier? Fuck you, COVID.
Yeah, COVID sucks.
Except it wasn't that bad for me because I was an introvert anyway. So.
Well,
I wasn't.
If you think about it, there actually are good things that came from COVID.
I'm so thankful I wasn't an adult at that time. That would have been the fucking.
Me too.
Like,
but think about it this way. Here's my position. Because of all the remote stuff and like curbside delivery and pick up your grocery stuff we had to do, it made things a lot easier for disabled people.
It did make things a lot.
I'm still giving it F tier. I'm sorry. It's stuck in F tier.
Yeah, fair. It's fair that you're giving it F tier, but I will say there is a silver lining to it.
There definitely is. There are a lot of technologies advanced around COVID-19.
Yeah.
All right. The last ones we have are pretty boring, so I'm gonna try and we're gonna speed run these last few. Hurricane Maria.
No idea.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
We don't have a lot of let's do like
Hold on. What? Deadly
probably,
Category 5 hurricane and devastated northeastern Caribbean in 2017. Ooh. Uh, 3,059 deaths. Damn. I'll put that in like C.
see. Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking. That's
Well,
fair.
yeah, the comedic value. Right. If you want to put it in D, that's fine with me.
I mean, it was like the biggest hurricane, so we're gonna put Maria in C, and we're gonna put Katrina in D. I
Oh
think that's
yeah.
fair.
What Katrina? Katrina was a lot worse.
Was
He hit
it?
Louisiana.
I thought Maria was the biggest hurricane. What was
Oh, hold on.
the biggest hurricane ever? Hurricane Wilma.
I think that was
Okay.
a pretty recent one, but it was a devastating Category 5 Atlantic hurricane that caused. Okay, so Maria is worse in the number of
Yeah.
fatalities, but
Okay. That's
New
okay.
Orleans was butt fucked.
You want to
A
know one of my favorite
Spanish flu.
propositions, by the way? We name all
Oh,
ecological disasters over after fossil fuel companies.
damn.
That's crazy.
Imagine if Hurricane ExxonMobil hits, then no one's gonna buy ExxonMobil anymore, or at least they'll be deterred from it.
Damn. The Spanish flu. I don't think there's any comedic potential for that. It's just
There's,
there's
I don't. Okay, I wouldn't say
Yeah,
that
but when
there's
it's the
none, but
when it
there's
has a
potential.
as high a kill count as it does, I feel like it deserves something.
Yeah.
How about D tier?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah. I don't think it has zero potential. Definitely has like a very little amount.
Okay. The Great Galveston Hurricane. Another hurricane.
No idea what that is.
Hold on.
Nope. F tier because we don't know what it is. It was just when I looked up tragedies, that is something that came up. So
The Great Galveston Hurricane, the 1900
hurricane.
hurricane. Yep. Uh, doo doo doo. Well, Wikipedia gave me one useless paragraph that I didn't even open. So go ahead.
Okay. I put it in F tier because fuck it.
Yeah.
The Great Johnstown Flood of 1889.
No idea what that is.
Ooh.
Uh, the Great. I was like, included a
Got it.
molasses flood. I had to
All right.
include.
An unusually strong storm hit the area on May 28th, 1899, pounding the area with between 6 and 8 inches of water in just 24 hours. Water levels began to rise. Blah blah blah. So yeah, it was just like a
A lot of people
really
died.
intense storm that like
Pretty
made shit
much.
flood. I'll put it in like you know what? F. It doesn't have much comedic material.
No.
Yeah, because not enough people really know about it to make good jokes about it.
Yeah.
And our final one is the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. I think
Oh,
that deserves. Oh wait, that's not our last one. Sorry, there's one more after that.
please tell me
There.
you put Ocean Gate on here.
I say like C.
Yeah, sure.
Did you put
Okay, and
Ocean Gate on here?
oh, did you want me to put Ocean Gate on here?
I would love for you to put Ocean Gate on here.
All right, we'll put Ocean Gate.
Ocean
Give me
Gate S.
S
Ocean
tier.
Gate.
Dead
It's got
billionaires is
so
something
much
I'll
comedic
always
That you
value.
review.
know what that's
Billionaires
true,
being
and there's a lot
stupid.
of comedic potential in that. So you know what, fair enough.
It's billionaires
Um,
being stupid.
Pretty much. I wouldn't call that a tragedy though. It's barely even qualifies as a tragedy. It's more like a miracle.
They
Yeah.
imploded in 30
Like
milliseconds.
stupid rich people died. Like what's the tragedy? I fail to see the tragedy here. Okay. The Chicago Fire, the Great Chicago Fire.
Oh, that one I read about that. That was crazy.
I feel like it's a
I
C tier just because of the misconception that a cow started it.
I'm thinking B tier
Okay, that's fine.
because I think it's still relevant today. There's,
Yeah.
uh, with all the
Dude.
fires especially with the fucking fires that were happening in California. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. C tier or D or wait, sorry, B tier or C tier? What do you think, Gavin? We'll let you decide.
For what? The Great
Chicago
Chicago
Fire.
Fire. I think, honestly, for the comedic value, probably C.
Okay. And that was our tragedy tier list. I hope everybody enjoyed. And
Dude, Ocean Gate was a year ago.
God, that took a whole ass hour.
well, I mean, we didn't even get every tragedy. There's still like tons more that I could have added, but you know
Yeah.
what? Fuck. Let's put Hurricane Wilma in here real quick. Fucking, how about you get F tier? I'll put you in. I'll put you in. Put you in C tier, I guess, because it was the biggest one. But also, it's not the most famous, even though it's the biggest one. I'll put you in D tier. You know what? It gets D tier because it's big enough that I think it deserves something, but it's not well known enough that I think.
Well,
I don't know.
that's
Because I
just
know
a tragedy.
Katrina. I know Katrina and Maria by like heart, but I didn't even know Wilma was a fucking thing.
Well, that's
Uh,
just a theory. A tragedy theory.
Anyway, yeah, we can debunk all these tragedies because we know none of them really happened. And it was the government, and the Earth is flat,
Yeah.
and the moon isn't
Aliens
real.
exist. They built the pyramids.
exactly. All right. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next time on the Council of Goatmen. We're so glad you could join.
Goodbye.
bye.
And just a message to all you women out there: it's blueberry yogurt, not crack. Okay. Fucking stop
Oh.
freaking out. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Fucking women. Fucking, they're scraping the blueberry yogurt out like it's
Okay.
fucking meth, and I'm just like, they fucking scrape the bottom like 27 times. Like, god damn it.